Can I tell you something? The way you speak to yourself breaks my heart. Not because I think you're weak, not because I think you're negative, but because I genuinely think you are so cruel to the person you'll spend the most of your life with. Do you know who that person is? That is you. You call yourself lazy, you call yourself stupid, you call yourself whatever, embarrassing, unworthy. Can you please shut up? You replay mistakes in your head like that defines you, like that is your identity. And you know what the saddest part about that is? You think it is normal. You've normalized it. It has become your habit. That negative self-talk does not make you better. It is making you tired. Why have you become your own bully? Absolutely no one is born hating themselves. Those voices come from somewhere. Whoever or whatever that was, you can revise that, journal about that, speak to a therapist about that, speak to a friend about that. You have to accept that it happened, but it absolutely does not define you. It is not your identity. I do not care if it was your parent. I don't care if it was your, I don't know, classmates. If it was social media. And these voices kept on repeating in your head. And at some point, they became your own thoughts. Now, every time you do one small little thing that goes wrong, you think to yourself, yeah, of course you messed it up. You've always been like this. You are so clumsy. You'll never change. Can you be kinder to yourself? I beg you, can you be kinder to yourself? Imagine this. Let's have this scenario. You failed an exam. Oh, I'm stupid. I haven't tried enough. I'm useless. And then imagine you are talking to your best friend. Imagine your best friend failed an exam. What would you tell them? You wouldn't say they're stupid or they haven't tried enough. You wouldn't say those things. Why do you say those things to yourself? Why? Why is everyone else allowed to make mistakes but you? Stop insulting yourself and criticizing yourself. Please show compassion for yourself. Our beliefs shape our reality. I don't care what you think. Our beliefs, our thoughts about ourselves, our assumptions create our reality. So whatever you think about yourself, it's gonna come true in your external reality. That is science. I do not care if you believe me. Those are the facts. And I actually think you should stop being even sarcastic. You shouldn't be sarcastic to your own brain because your brain doesn't understand that. Repetition becomes identity. Whatever you say, it will become true. Imagine this. You have a flower, a new flower. You start to water it, but at the same time, every time you water it, you say, you are never going to grow, you stupid flower. Does that make sense? No, that is ridiculous. Can you stop doing the same thing to yourself? That does not make sense. If you try to be confident, but you tell yourself internally, oh, you're never gonna make it, then you're never gonna make it. Attacks coming from inside of yourself are 10 times as strong. Rewire and reshape the way you think about yourself. If you fail at something, you don't say, oh, I always fail. No, you have to say, well, that didn't go the way I hoped it would, but at least I can learn from it. Because the smallest things shape your life the most. That inner voice, it doesn't just describe your reality, it shapes your future as well. Let's talk about the most important relationship you're gonna have in your life. And I'm not talking about your husband, whoever you want to marry. I'm talking about yourself. I'm not talking about your best friend. Although, if you are your own best friend, I love you for that. Friends will come and go. Relationships will come and go. Even family will come and they will go. Jobs will change. Cities will change. But you are the one person that will be there throughout all of it. So why do you make your own head, your own mind, the hardest place to live in? So here's what I want you to do after this video. For the rest of the day, Pay attention to how you speak to yourself, not to judge yourself. Notice every insult, every harsh little comment, every little thing you say to yourself that you think is harmless, and every moment you tell yourself something that you would never tell like your loved one. Pause. Ask yourself this one simple question. Who taught me to speak to myself like this? And again, I do not care if, for example, your mother had talked to herself badly all her life. You do not need to be like her. Can you please not? And to end on a positive note, I will remind you that negative self-talk is learned and you can unlearn it and try living in a different way. And please practice that. I love you guys. Bye bye.